Hello, everybody. Okay, wait a minute. We're gonna sing the song "Meet Me at the Altar in Your White Dress." Come on.
I think you're a little off there, sister.
I just a little bit, just a little bit off key and off beat. The struggle is real. The struggle is real. Hey guys, we are here. We are the conversation starters of what?
Milspouse conversations.
Hey, look, y'all. I know there was some cheerleaders. I know somebody was a cheerleader back in the day.
Woo!
Okay, let's try this again. We are the conversation starters from where?
Milspouse conversations.
Milspouse Conversation. And we are here to talk to you today, sharing a little bit about our engagement and wedding stories. So, about 2 weeks ago, we were here telling you how we met our spouses and about our first date. And, somebody here had their, they made their middle school sweetheart. Grace, look, I just go ahead and call you out, Grace. And then we had somebody up in here that was out in the streets. Probably when they already told us. We won't call any names on that person who was out in the streets and wasn't really where they were supposed to be. But it's all right, Anna. You already told us the story. Look. The rest of us, we were where we were supposed to be. So if you want to hear that story of how we all met our spouses in the first date, just scroll down and you can see that. You can catch it here on the podcast if you're listening to the podcast recording or on our YouTube channel. But if you're watching this live, it was like the previous video. It's actually pinned, so you can go watch it. But today we're going to go ahead and dive in to our engagement and wedding stories. You can check out our names right here. If you look at our screen, our name is there. Our name's on the screen. Sorry, I'm rogue today, y'all. I'm rogue every day. I'm really rogue and extra today. So, as you kick off, introduce yourself as well, okay? So, who want to go first? Who want to tell about their engagement story first? And if you in the comments, you watching us, tell us your engagement story as you watch, because we want to know. Yes, we do. We want to know. Because we like to know the tea, y'all. We tell them the tea, but we want to know the tea at the same time, okay? So who want to go first? Don't everybody say me at the same time.
I'll go first.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I got to tell y'all what we about. See? Look, y'all got to keep me straight. Milspouse Conversations. We are here having everyday conversations about life. Military spouses coming together, having everyday conversations about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And we are the spot to be, okay? We are real and we are fun. So if you need some fun up in your life, here's the place to be. Okay, go ahead, Miss Provost. Tell us about your engagement.
Okay, so I think I mentioned some of this at the last one. My husband was going to propose at my graduation party. And, all my friends, some family was there, and he was going to do that. And then my dad got up and made a really cool speech, and he felt like he couldn't do it after that. Like, it just felt like it was too much on like the graduation and my parents and stuff. So then everybody went home finally, and he asked me in my childhood bedroom. And my mom was on the phone.
Wait a minute, he asked you where? Where were you? You said he asked you where?
In a house with my entire family in my childhood bedroom.
Sorry, look, that's what I thought you said. I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
But it wasn't like that.
Okay.
But my mom was on the phone with her friend, and I just ran up to her and I was like, ah! But like we knew it was coming. I knew it was coming, so it wasn't like a shock or anything. I just didn't know when he was going to do it. So, and I remember the day before, like he was looking for my dad. I'm like, why are you looking for my dad? He's like, I don't know. He had some excuse, but he was making sure it was cool with him first. So.
I like that. He made sure he had Dad's approval. All right. Who's next? Who wants to share their engagement story? Oh, and just so y'all know, I don't have my furniture yet. we PCS living. I have nothing. I'm sitting on my floor. I mean, I do have lawn chairs, but I have propped up on my blow-up mattress. My computer's on my blow-up mattress. I'm sitting on the floor, so it's all right. Just if I lay down, it's just because I'm stretching out. Okay. Just ew, squirrel moment. Sorry.
I'll share next. So my engagement story is similar to my starting to date story in that my parents said no. So we met in high school, of course, and then right after I graduated high school, he was my boyfriend at the time, but now my husband had come down to watch me graduate from high school, and he was in, I guess you call it A school at the time. He was enlisted and was in A school, and so he came down from Great Lakes to do that, to watch that. And after, I think he had just gotten his first like bonus that you get when you're in the Navy, like your seaman bonus, or I don't know. So he used his first bonus, and we went to the mall, to the jewelry shop, and we picked out an engagement ring, and but we didn't tell anybody. And so it was kind of secret. I don't even know when we finally started letting everybody know, but it was secret for a while. We talked about it, and we knew that we weren't going to have a wedding until after I got out of college, but we knew also that we wanted to be engaged while I was going through college so that there wasn't any question.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Oh, he was like, let's make sure. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
And so I still wear the same ring, and you know, I've gotten the question a lot because it's a fairly small diamond in there, but we bought the set together with his first bonus, and people are like, oh, you should get the diamond replaced with a bigger diamond or get a new ring. But to me, it's sentimental. Like I'm never going to do that. So we still have the same ring.
I love it. So his bonus, he bought a ring with his bonus. Good
He put a ring
man.
on it
Good
with his
man.
first-
Good man. Who's next? Face the music.
I'll go. We were very, very, very young. We've been together forever. We got together. I was 16 and he was 17 when we started dating. And we knew we wanted to be married before. We knew he was going to the military, and we wanted to be married before he left for boot camp. We've been dating for a while, a couple years, I guess. And this is gonna sound so bad, y'all. I'm so from a country bumpkin town in Mississippi. This is gonna sound so bad. But he proposed in the back seat of a car. No, we were not doing anything inappropriate. We were actually on a double date. And we happened to be riding in the back seat of the car, and he proposed. And yeah, so that's
How old were you?
I was 17. And we've been together for 25 years. So whoever says that
wow.
you're young, you're gonna get a divorce, they're full of shit, because I haven't yet. So
Not
saying that, you know, I mean,
wow.
We've been together 25 years. June 13th, actually, we had been together 25. We've been married 24 and together 25. But actually no, wait a minute. Together 25, married 23. There we go. So
Congratulations.
that was actually the first time he proposed. So we were broke, as you can imagine. We had little teeny bopper McDonald's jobs. You know, we were both in high school and we both worked at McDonald's. So I got a teeny tiny micro tiny ring, which I still have. I'm going to give it to my girls. And we were getting married on December the 27th. And I kept telling him, until I get a solitaire, I don't care how big it is, but until I get an actual solitaire diamond, I am not saying I do. I'm just not doing it. I would have anyway. I was messing with him, really. But so we were laying in the floor. It was Christmas Eve night, and I'm back when I could get in the floor and still get up. We were laying in front of the Christmas tree on the floor. And I had fallen asleep, and when I woke up, the diamond ring, he'd put it on my finger. So yeah, he's a keeper. He's a pain in the butt sometimes, but you know, he's a keeper. So yeah, that's my engagement story. Backseat of a car, Christmas tree in the floor. Yeah, that's me.
But 25 years later.
25.
So
25
look.
years. And this really didn't have anything to do with engagement, but talking about 25 years, whenever we first got engaged, we actually came to Huntsville, Alabama to see the Space Center. We only lived about an hour and a half from here. And I told him then, and again, we're broke little country bumpkins living off McDonald's paycheck. And we were driving around Huntsville, and I saw these beautiful houses, and I told him, I said, one of these days I want to live here. I want to live in one of these beautiful houses. And it took him 25 years and retirement, but he got me back over here and built me a beautiful house. So yeah, I'm gonna hang on to him.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep him. But yeah, that's my story, and we'll have to tell wedding stories later because I had a redneck wedding from hell too. So
Yeah, we're gonna come back around and do the wedding stories in the same segment. We get the engagement, then we're gonna come back around for those wedding stories.
all right, I got you. Grace, you're up, sister.
All right, so mine is not a full engagement. It's kind of promise ring combining together because we didn't know where life was going to take us. But it was after my college graduation, after I walked, got the flowers, came out to see all the family. My husband had picked out my engagement ring with the wedding band ready to go, and it was our promise that at some point in the next couple years we were going to get married. So it wasn't like a down on one knee type of proposal. It was a thing we've been talking about for a while, and that was the time we did it. And I was so happy. I graduated college, only the second person in the family, so it was a great moment to be like, one goal checked and the next one coming. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, love it. Grace here. Grace, your love story. Look, y'all, because you met in middle school.
Girl, I tell it all the time. I'm like, when we sat across each other in 6th grade, do you think we were gonna be married with 2 kids in the military? No.
Love that. Love it. And we're going to hear that wedding story here in a minute, too.
That one's interesting, to say the least.
So my engagement story, I met my husband in college, and he kidnapped me, y'all. He kidnapped me. He was friends with one of my roommates. I was taking a nap. And we actually, when we were dating, we broke up because I broke up with him. Yes, I said I broke up with him because, I thought I was too hot to trot after a while, what? And then I realized, no, this is a good man. Let me get my life together. Like, don't miss out on a good man because you out here like, whoa. So that's for all you youngins out there, because sometimes we get confused when you have a man that is nice, right? And respectful. You sometimes get confused because you're like, wow. But anywho, that's a whole other story. But he was good friends with one of my roommates. And I had taken a nap, and she was in on it. She let him in to the house. He came to my room, woke me up out of my sleep, and blindfolded me, put me in the car. And he is in a fraternity. He's an alpha, and they have their fraternities have their call things, right? Their little sayings, and he's saying this to me as he's driving, but I'm blindfolded, and we're living in Memphis, and I felt gravel road. There is no gravel roads in Memphis. Why are we on a gravel road? And I watch too much Lifetime Movie Network. So I'm trying to remember sounds and smells. And we got out the car and I heard water. And I'm like, oh gosh, what's he going to do? Like I'm saying, he's going to kind of hurt me and dump my body. Like I got to remember how to get back to civilization. Yeah, I totally freaked out. And then we went into a room, and when he opened the door, it was really cold. It was really, really cold in the room. So then I'm like, oh gosh, he's staying here. He put me in a freezer. I don't know, all these too much Lifetime Movie Network, right? Because that's what I watched a lot of. But then he told me to open my eyes, and he had he took me to the French Quarters in Memphis. Sorry, Mama. Sorry. Took me to the French Quarters in Memphis, and on the bed he had a watch and rose petals. And he read a Bible verse, 1 Corinthians, love is patient, love is kind. I was still thinking, oh, you're going to kill me. Like, you trying to kill me. And the box was a watch. So I was like, what is going on? But then he ended up proposing and asked me to marry him. And little did I know he had this conversation with my mom and had asked my mom for permission to marry her. And my mom told him, sure, but you can't return her, so make sure that is for life. So that's my
no refunds. No refunds.
That's so sweet. Aww.
All right, wedding day. Or does anyone have anything or have a question for anyone about their engagement? Any viewers have any questions? If not, we'll go ahead and get right into our wedding stories, because we are going to give you an opportunity coming up in August that you can come talk to us, like actually sit in the room with us, well, virtual room, and talk to the conversation status and get to know us on a semi-intimate level. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them. If we have questions for each other, we can do that, or we can go right to our wedding stories. Mm-hmm. And of course, stay tuned for the information on how to get in there in August to actually chat with us. Mm-hmm. What you see is what you get, y'all. What you see is what you get. Just, you have been warned. Okay, I'll start with the wedding story. So my wedding, we got married on March 30, 2002 in Memphis. It rained. I was like, why is it raining? It just rained. It rained cats and dogs. Got to the church. I was determined we were starting on time. I didn't care. I didn't care if the groom was late. I didn't care if the parents were late. I didn't care. We were starting on time. We were not going to be late, y'all. And I got them bubble guts. Nerves hit, and my stomach was just bubbling like crazy. And I had this big white dress, and it was like maybe 10, 15 minutes before the ceremony. I had to use the bathroom. I had to go. Look, this is TMI, y'all. I had to go, y'all. My maid of honor, bless her heart, she's like, well, let's just take your dress off and you go to the bathroom. I said, girl, I do not have time for this. So my maid of honor and I had a maid of honor and a matron of honor. They went in the bathroom with me, and they both held up my dress. And yes, y'all, I had poop. I proudly wiped my butt and walked down the aisle. I said I do. And but Mother Nature called. I had to go.
Girl, it happens. When nature calls, you got to answer.
True.
Or that do that or stand at the altar and fart the entire time. Like, what did you do? Like,
Not in that white dress, because you may get a surprise you're not ready for.
and I would have because the nerves were off the chain.
Girl.
Sorry, y'all. I know that was like way TMI, but we keep it real up in here. That's my wedding story.
I don't think I feel so bad about mine now. Not real sure though. I mean, for my wedding, I wasn't see, again, country bumpkin. Okay, this is before we went into the military and I learned how to have etiquette and walk in high heels and do all that cool stuff that we learn how to do when we go to balls and things like that. So, yeah, I had on high heels. And I kicked them suckers off as I was going down the aisle and kicked my dress down the aisle in front of me because the dress was long and I needed the heels on to keep the dress up off the floor. So I was literally, in the video, you can see me shuffling that dress in front of me. So then I get up on the stage and my little niece and my little nephew and my little brother-in-law, they were all like 7 and 8 and 9, like they were tiny. Remember, I was young, so they're tiny little things. One, promise you, Lord, if I'm lying, I'm dying. One of them was up there on the stage digging in their butt. I had another one up there on the stage picking at their nose and eating the stuff. And then there was another one that acted like she was picking flowers, like she was down on the ground at the stage, you know, she's down on the ground playing around. We're trying to get married. What the hell's going on? So then we get to the reception and I just had finger foods and things like that, and I was already horrified because everybody's seen all these people digging in their orifices. And so we get to the reception and I have family members, not my side of the family, his side of the family. Let me just clarify that. I had some in-law family that was just taking their hands and digging in the M&M bowls. We just had finger stuff, M&Ms, you know, cocktail weenies, things like that. Digging in like it's a bulldozer or whatever, backhoe. Digging in, getting fistfuls of M&Ms. Then the little boy that had been digging in his nose and doing all his business washes his hands in my punch bowl fountain that everybody was drinking punch out of. Oh my God.
Wait a minute, girl. What did you have going on?
I'm telling you, if there was a show called Redneck Weddings from Hell, I would win whatever prize they were giving away. It'd probably be a tire swing. They'd probably be giving away a tire swing, but I'd win it. So yeah, that was my story. And then I just have bad luck at weddings. You know, when I went to my sister-in-law's wedding in Sybil, I told you this story. My brother and his wife. Girl, I had the same stomach problems, except the only thing was I had on an ice blue dress and my bow fell in the toilet underneath the stomach problems. So here I go digging this bow out, trying to clean it off, calling my mother-in-law in there. I'm like, look, I'm about to walk down this aisle and I'm gonna be smelling like some poop. You got to help me clean this up now. I don't even like you, but I need you to help me fix this. So she's in there. We're both scrubbing at the bow in the sink, trying to clean it off. She's spraying pine Sol on it. I went down that aisle smelling like somebody had shit a Christmas tree. I swear to God I did. It was horrible. Then I get up on stage because I was the maid of honor. I'm crying so hard. You couldn't even hear the preacher. I was sobbing. Big old snot bubble come out my nose. Nothing to wipe it on. It's a sleeveless dress. I can't go. So thank God, once again, my mother-in-law comes to my rescue. She runs up there with a tissue. I wanted to die. I have not been to a wedding since, and I don't think I have any plans on ever attending. So yeah, that's it. You guys top that one. Either one.
Like, next, Utah. Challenge on. Girl, you said smelling like a Christmas tree. Oh Lord, you.
I'm telling you, if you mix poop with pine Sol, that's what you're gonna get. That's the smell you're gonna get. I'm just putting it out there. I'm trying to do y'all a favor. I'm giving you a public service announcement. Don't do it.
I believe he pulled it out.
It's no good.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
This is my luck. You'll ever see it. If we ever meet up together, if we all get together, oh, you'll see it. There'll be some kind of craziness surrounding me. It's just gonna happen.
Look, if we smell a Christmas tree, we like, it's Becca. We'll poop and pine Sol.
I may have to wear some, I may have to get some Lysol, or Pine Sol, not Lysol, Pine Sol, and just use it as perfume or something, just to, just to bring back memories.
Becca's signature.
Or we'll be in there pooping together. Where did Becca and Sybil go? Oh, man.
We holding hands in the toilet stall. Oh, Lord.
Okay, look, wait a minute. Let's get our composure. Come on, get our composure. We told y'all we fun up in here. We need to be here at Milspouse Conversation because we have some fun. We real and we are fun. All right. Grace.
Yeah, I'll go next. My wedding stories even touch y'all's wedding stories, but here we go, okay?
Grace, like, I was not pooping. Let me put that out there.
All right, but wait till the second wedding. And I got a story on that one. All right, wedding number 1. Before he shipped out to boot camp, we were like, we have to get married. There's no way we're doing this, like not married. We have to do this, So about 4 weeks before he shipped out, we went down to Roswell, his hometown, and we were just visiting his family before he shipped out. And I was like, should I take a nice dress just in case? And he was like, sure. I said, okay. So I packed my heels, I packed a dress. It was a black dress, mind you. And I didn't know if we were married. I didn't know if we were gonna go party. I don't know. I just packed it. So we packed it. We're in Roswell. It's Saturday morning. We wake up and we're like, let's get married. Let's just do it. And so we knock on his sister-in-law's door and we're like, hey, do you know any officiants around? It's like tiny little Roswell, tiny little town. She's like, yeah, let me get on Facebook. Let me get on the SWAT pages. I was like, okay. So she's messaging on Facebook. She finds us one. The officiant's like, can you be at the park in like 3 hours? Sure. Here we go, curling my hair, putting my makeup on, got my black dress and my black heels on, headed to the park, and we got married. That was wedding number 1. He shipped out 4 weeks later and went to boot camp, and then we didn't announce to anybody that we got married other than the few people that were there. So it was just us, and that was that. Well, when he graduated boot camp, we were like, hey, we're going to have a wedding, guys. And we told the whole family. So everybody flew into Cali. We rented out the VFW in San Diego. We did like finger foods, all kinds of stuff. This time I had a white wedding dress. My mom helped me pick out my wedding dress. I had my nice little sparkly gold shoes and my veil. I was ready this time. Okay, y'all, here's where it gets interesting. I was getting ready, curling my hair. It's pouring rain outside, right? Like we had sunshine first wedding. I get nervous. I have to use the restroom.
Oh no.
No poop. Okay, guys, no poop in my story. But Mother Nature came to visit me in my white dress.
Oh no.
I wanted to cry. I was like, nowhere near my time, nowhere was this even a thought that was going to happen.
You win. You win.
And I was like, what do I do? So I bought 3 slips ahead of time because I didn't know which one was going to work better. Best believe I had boy shorts and 3 slips on under my dress.
Yeah.
Just go. I put a blanket down under me, under my dress as I was in the car driving to the VFW. I got out of the car, I spun, and I was like, do I have anything on me? Do I have anything on me? I was panicked the whole time. Walking down the aisle with my mom and my sister, I was like, please.
I would be too.
Please. It was so nerve-wracking. I couldn't even focus. My husband's looking at me. He's got tears in his eyes, ready for me to get up there. And I'm just thinking, oh my God, don't let me do this. But yeah, and it was fine. We got through the wedding just fine. Nothing happened to my dress. It's still white and clean. So that's my wedding story.
He's probably, why is
Yeah, girl, I was not. I had no idea that was gonna happen to me, but
Oh,
it happened.
yes, yes, you won that one. Great. Yes. Yes.
Hands down, sister. I'll hand that one over to you proudly.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely nerve wracking.
Well, mine was we got married at our church, and we don't have any poop stories really. There were a few hiccups, like the best man got lost. He didn't get off the right. He like went too far on the freeway, and he was like, by the time we found out, but he made it in time. The ring bearer freaked out and started crying. But I found out later that was because he thought that he was gonna have to marry me. He was like 6. So. His mom's like, no, it's okay. And
He's like, no, I'm not ready for this.
and then like for whatever reason, I didn't eat at all. I didn't have any cake, and I didn't even realize it until we were like at a restaurant afterwards, like just me and him. Like I was like, oh, I haven't eaten. I didn't even get any cake. And then when we were leaving, we got to our car and there were no wheels on it anymore. There were no tires on it. Like they had taken all the tires off. All the groomsmen had taken all the tires off, and it was on blocks. And it was a rental car. And I was like, it's a rental. What are you doing? But they put it back together.
Girl, I thought you meant you got married in the ghetto and somebody put it on blocks
No.
and wheels.
That's what I was like thinking the same thing back. I was like,
No,
well, wait
it was
a minute.
just a prank.
Well, I was like, wait a minute.
I'm glad it was
Somebody
a
took your wheel?
But then to like round it back up to like your stories, so we had those disposable cameras on each of the tables, and my friends were like, oh, when are you gonna get the pictures back? When are you get, like, they were just overly obsessive about it, and they were like, when are you gonna get it back? And I'm like, I don't know, like after the honeymoon sometime. and I got it back, and there was a series of photos of just people's butts.
Gotta love those friends, man.
Yeah. So they were like we want you to see this. So
Well, did the DJ play Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back? And they were hung up on that part of the song, so they just kept taking pictures
totally
of the butt.
it's totally possible. All right. Anyway, so that was my day. And it sort of rained. It was like overcast, rainy, but not. I don't remember it pouring. It was more just kind of like the misty rain. So.
Well, and they say if it rains on your wedding day, that
it's good luck.
It's good luck, and it shows it's good luck and a sign of wealth. I'm still waiting on that wealth piece.
I know, like
I'm still waiting on that.
Okay.
All right, come on, Anna. Annie, you gotta have something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I can top you guys's, but we did get married twice. So the first time we got married was a week after I graduated college. So it was interesting because a couple of the girls in my wedding went to college with me. So everybody, was kind of stressed after that. So it was a week after college I got married, and it was raining. So it did rain, and actually my dress still has all the mud stains on it. I never got it cleaned because as soon as we got married, we moved in together, and then a year later we had like our first PCS, and so it still has the mud on it, but it was a really beautiful wedding. It was in the mountains of Virginia. It was very nice other than the rain. And we also had the disposable cameras on all the tables. A couple of things went wrong with like the people that were bringing in like our dance floor and stuff. They brought in like the wrong stuff. So they called me like an hour before I was going to walk down the aisle, and they're like, so this is what's happening. We don't have what you ordered. What would you like us to do, you know, or whatever. And I'm like, I want half off, because we were paying for our own wedding. And I was like, give me half off and I'll be happy. So they gave us half off. And so nobody shared their wedding song, and I'd be interested to hear what everybody's wedding song was. But our wedding song was, if anybody can remember, Savage Garden. We had Savage Garden, I Knew I Loved You Before I Met You. And I had forgotten about it for a while, but then I went through my 90s phase, and on our trip, I've been traveling this last month. So we've been in the car. And so, you know, you get bored of all the music. So I put in the 90s music, and that song came on, and I was like, oh yeah. So it was that song. And then my good friend from high school, I'm still really good friends with her, she sang Shania Twain's song, and now I'm like dropping, I can't even think the name now. From This Moment. She sang From This Moment, and my friend's a really good singer, but if you're familiar with the song, there's a part in it where the Shania gets like really, it's one of those songs where like it's hard to hit. So when she comes to that point, everybody's like holding their breath, and my friend just tore it. I mean, she did fabulous. Everybody was like, oh my gosh. So that was really awesome. So that was good, because I had my high school friends there, my college friends, and then all these people from childhood were there. And it wasn't a big wedding, but our second wedding, that one we're Catholic, and so we couldn't get married in the Catholic Church at the time, because the Catholic Church wants you to go through like 6 months of marital classes and all that. And we couldn't do it because he was, you know, on a ship, and I was in college, and so it didn't work out. So we always knew we wanted to get married in the Catholic Church. So finally, years later, when we were when we were stationed in Japan, in Yokosuka, the priest there did a mass wedding. Like he married, whoever wanted to get married could go through this.
Oh, wow.
But because you have those challenges, you know, and he knew it, like military couples.
I'm sure that you weren't the only one that was.
Exactly. So I think it was like 3 of us couples that did it. We went through the process together. And what was really cool about that was that my kids got to be in the wedding. So, you know, my son and my daughter were in it. I had a good Navy spouse friend that I'm still friends with. She was my maid of honor, and it was really neat. So he got to wear his uniform, and they really did a good job. I have to say, the Catholic Church, like, I didn't know that they were planning a reception afterwards for all of us. And they paid, like, I didn't know anything about it. They had an individual cake for each of us. It was really nice. So
That's nice.
Yeah, I really appreciated that. And that was like February 13th was the date for that. So it was the day before Valentine's Day. So yeah, it was neat. So now I told him, I'm like, well, we're married twice. So, you know, it's definitely sealed in stone.
Yeah.
So, and I
Nice.
remember after that first wedding, we got we didn't have the digital pictures. Back in my day, that was 2001. We didn't have the digital pictures, so we had the book. So I would take that book everywhere and show everybody. I'm just like embarrassed of myself now, because I'm sure everybody was like, please stop showing me your wedding pictures. So
No, because it's
What's
the
really
same
bad
as today. So they're digital now. It's the same.
What's really bad is
Anna just plops her book down. Boom.
there. I know people look at it and they're like, what is that? And I'm like, that's our wedding album.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Oh,
you-
and that was the day of we were still transitioning from VHS to DVD. So my dad, because we couldn't afford a videographer. I mean, it was expensive and we were paying for it. And so my dad was our videographer, and he had the old school VHS camera that he recorded everything with. So he's recording the reception, but he didn't start to press record until after my sister had already done her speech. All these people had already done their speeches. I'm like, golly, Dad, come on. So we did finally get it. I think we did get it transferred over to a DVD, but yeah.
I need to do that. Mine is still on VHS.
Yeah. It's pretty
Mine
easy.
too.
I think you can do it over at Walgreens now, even. You can just take
cool.
the
they can do
over
it.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mine's
just
still on
found that
VHS.
we also have a tape of it, like just the audio.
Yeah.
Thing that I found recently. So I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
You're gonna listen to it?
Maybe.
So what was
Hear my
everybody's
young voice.
wedding song? I want to know.
Mine was I Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis. The Elvis Presley version, not the UB40, but both are good.
Wow.
So my song was Eric Benet featuring Tamia, Spend My Life With You. So I had my roommate who was in on the kidnapping and another good friend of mine, and Dave sang it. And then our first dance was to, our band did not show up. So a couple of my husband's fraternity brothers also DJ'd. So I was like, bring your equipment. And so they set up real quick, but we danced to, I shared it the other day in the group. I think it was Ribbon in the Sky by, why'd I just draw a blank? Stevie Wonder. We actually had 3 songs. And then we had a song by Michael Jackson that we danced to, because if y'all can't tell, I like to dance. So it was all about the dance. And we had our wedding reception at Coors Brewery in Memphis. Yeah, because some of us, like the party. Our families like to party, so you keep the family happy. Keep them over there at the open bar. Yes, go to the bar.
Yeah.
See, we got married so young, we weren't legal enough to have.
Oh, you that too. I didn't want to pay for it, but we had it at the church anyway, the reception at the church, so we couldn't have it anyway. And I was like, well, I don't want to pay for all everybody drinks.
I put a bottle of red and a bottle of white at each table, and then we had 1 keg or something like that. And I was like, when it's done, it's done.
That's smart.
Sorry.
That's smart.
Our family paid for the open bar.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like,
I've been to open bar weddings, and those are fun. But I'm like, I'm not paying for one of those.
Yeah.
Girl, we had cocktail weenies and M&Ms. About the closest thing we could have got to alcohol with some apple cider.
why am I picturing? Oh my gosh, we gotta stop talking. Why am I picturing those Vienna sausages?
That's what you mean.
Now, a little bit classier than
Little
that.
smokies. You mean the little
We
smokies?
had the little smokies. Come on now, don't take me down further than I already was.
No, because you know what? I wanted some of those little Vienna sausages the other day.
I like that.
I was in the store, like they were in the little cake. Y'all looking at me like y'all don't know.
No,
In the
I
can,
know
and
what
then you
they
get
are.
your salty crackers,
I
and you
still
get
buy those. My sonny.
those jokers will not. Look, don't act like y'all don't know. Y'all know.
I know.
Okay, let us focus, because y'all know we are wrong up in here. We're not gonna be wrong. So anyone else want to share their wedding song?
Mine was God Gave Me You by Blake Shelton. My sister,
Mm.
my little sister.
Yeah.
Well, see what had happened was
I'm scared. I'm scared to hear what
I got married the year that Titanic came out.
Oh. I see
And
where
my
this is
song has been voted one of the top 10 worst wedding songs on the planet. Like, for real. It was actually on that list a couple years ago. And I was like, holy shit, really? So, yeah.
My heart will go on.
My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion, the whole Titanic theme song. And now, since I'm older and I listen to it, it's talking about somebody dying. And you gonna go on if they die. That was our
That was
unity candle.
My high school boy, when I was in high school, my boyfriend and I, that was our song.
Aw.
Yep, we lit the unity candle to that song, both of us. Hey, hell, maybe that's what kept us together all these years.
This
I
ship
don't
hasn't
know.
gone
Yeah.
down yet.
Hi. All right. Look, who are we to question? 25 years later. So
Yeah.
how long has everyone been married? Let's wrap up with that.
Just 20 for us.
20,
Oh my gosh, it'll be like next month, it'll be 19 years.
19. 19 for me.
For the baby.
I
5 years.
remember this time. 5 years for Grace.
I feel
And
like the
Becca.
jump from 5 to 19 went really fast. Like
Yeah.
it kind of like, whoosh.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're ranging from 5 to 25 years, y'all.
That's
So,
a big journey.
you know what? You know what else? We could have an episode talking about surviving a marriage. You know? Well, no, I shouldn't say it like that. Y'all know what I don't mean like that. Because, yeah, I mean, marriage for reals is work.
Mhm.
You know, you've got to have open communication, give and take. You know, so yeah, we're gonna talk about that one day. We'll let you know when. But for now, we want to say thank you for watching. We will be back on the first Thursday in. No. We have the third Thursday in
July
July.
now. 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today, we will be here live. We will also be announcing our first After Dark talk that will be taking place in August. And that is where you can come in and chat with us as well as meet other amazing spouses as well, because it will be open chat time. We will be sharing that link. So make sure you check us out. We are on YouTube. All our videos go there. We are on Instagram. We are on LinkedIn as well. We are on Twitter. We everywhere. Everywhere you at, we at. We there. And find us on our website, milspouseconversations.com. We have articles and we share our show there as well, and all the great information that is going on. And if you have an Eventbrite account, follow us on Eventbrite, because we will be listing all of our upcoming talks and our After Dark talks there as well. And our After Dark talks, you will have to register for those, because we just ain't gonna be sitting there twiddling our thumbs. We want you to come in and talk to us. We want to know that you're there. I'm just saying. And the other thing that you need to do, yes, I said you need to do it because you need to do it. I ain't asking you, I'm telling you. You know, I tell people, don't tell me what I need to do. But what you need to do is go to our site. We have merchandise as well. So this is my PCS tote bag. We have glasses. This is not a glass of ours, but we do have glasses, and it says, let's talk about it, because that's what we like to do, is talk about it. We have Milspouse Conversations. We also have a water bottle that is coming out that will say, let's talk about it in Milspouse Conversations. So grab your swag. And Grace, I'm going to just say this because I learned this since I've been in California. I need tote bags to go to the grocery store. I'm tired of getting those bags. More. So we're gonna have Milspouse Conversations bags for you to go do your grocery shopping too. I didn't know that. So if anybody watching about the PCS in California, get yourself reusable bags. I done paid more money buying bags at the grocery store than groceries. I'm like, dang. But anywho, thank you guys for watching. Go to our website, check out the bios of all of our conversation starters, and be sure to check out their websites as well, because each of these ladies have their own things that they do too. Okay, so go show them some love up over there. So go to the site, click on the About Us, go to the conversation starters, you'll read the bios, and go see what else they got going on. All right. Y'all hear me? Y'all gonna go do it? Go do it. Go do it right now. All right. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you, ladies. Wild and free up in here. That's what we do. Wild free.